welcome to Whisky.com, where fine spirits meet. And today I'm trying a rum Botucal. And we already know the distillery. It is actually the Venezuelan Duza distillery from the Canaima gin. The Canaima gin was the gin with the very, very fruity botanicals and very sweet, fruity Amazon type of gin from the very, very, I think in Venezuela it's very, very south. So a lot of jungle, a lot of Amazonas. Yeah. They are actually doing it a bit of the, I would say, Japanese style, as they actually call it a premium blended gin, rum. They're not putting it on the bottle, but during my research I found that they're going with blended, which is strange because I think it comes from one distillery and most of the world would understand it as not a blended gin, but a rum, but a normal rum. It is a blend between column and pot still. So yeah, that could be, as said, as blended. Yeah, so it is what it is. It comes from a lot of distillates, a lot of different distillates. First of all, they have the Barbet Column Still, which gives them a light rum. Obviously, they tweak it to get a light one. Then they have, what do you call it, a steam kettle, which gives them a medium rum. I don't know what they mean with steam kettle. I would really love to go there because that sounds very interesting how they produce it. And then they have the normal pot stills for the heavy or more robust rum, I would say. And they actually do say how they combine it. They do 90% heavy, then 5% light and 5% medium. Yeah, so it might be a bit of more of a heavy rum. Also, they say they use virgin sugarcane honey, and they also use molasses. The virgin sugarcane honey is very interesting because virgin sugarcane is, you take the sugarcane, you press it once, and the stuff that comes out first pressed is very sweet and very mild and light. Bitterness remains mostly in the sugarcane. If you then press the second time, it becomes more bitter. And you can try that if you go to one of these countries. There's always, on the roadside, you can buy sugarcane juice for, I don't know, 1 coin. And then you get a glass of sugarcane and you can try it. And then you ask the guy before he throws it away, just give me another glass and press it another time, just a little sip. And I want to try what the second press feels like. It's much more bitter than the first one, and much more, bitterness in there, much more different flavored, I would say. And so that's what they, want. They want a very light, easy one with the sugarcane honey. Although the molasses is the most bitter of them all, as it's all of the presses, usually 4 or 5 times, or minimum 3 times. And then you boil out the sugar, and what's left is molasses, which is like the pure bitterness of what you press out of a sugar cane. But that's, I think, their philosophy. They want to have the ingredients, and then you can actually select them and put them together as you please. And what I really like is that they tell you like 90% heavy, 5% light, 5% medium. And this is what they call the Selección de Familia. So it's the selection of the family, I guess. I don't speak Spanish. And and I guess the family likes it a bit more rough. So, very sweet. It doesn't smell that rough to me. There is a bit of oak, a little bit of that Easter touch to it. But just the nuance. It's really not as disturbing as you know from the Jamaican guys. No, it's really, really sweet caramel. It really feels like one of these caramel chocolate treats, but with bittersweet chocolate, like a 70% one. Not the 91, the 90 are torture for kids. A lot heavier in the taste than it is in the nose. This is really like the typical rum flavored. You have a heavy rum, a lot of sweetness, a lot of caramel, and a lot of oak in it, a lot of tannins in it, a lot of spice. Yeah, I don't know, this Easter spiciness, the oak wood tannins, a little bit of a fruitiness, but also more of the dried raisins, like these rum raisins. Really, rum raisins is a good way of describing it. It's a heavy one, but it's not the bitterness is not as you might know it from a very European oak styled matured whiskey. It's more, yeah, shorter heavy. It's heavy in your mouth, and it's the bitterness and the tannins don't stay that long. You have that wonderful dried fruitiness and sweetness that is just fading out. It's not intense long, but it's long, and the nuance stays with you still in my mouth. So and have a bit of that sweetness, dried fruitiness just fading out. I like it. In terms of what's in it, yes, it's a rum. So it's a rum in the EU. So we do know less than 20 grams of sugar. I don't know the laws of Venezuela. And so could be anything. But as it's not a spirit on a rum basis, in the EU, you have less than 20 grams of sugar. From what I feel, I would say, I don't think they add sugar. Maybe a little bit. From the nose, I would say yes, but from the taste, I would say no. So I'm a little bit baffled about that. So it's not one of these very sweetened rums. It's a normal dry rum, but on the sweeter, matured side. If you if you got interested in that one, have a look at Whisky.com. You will find the Botucal Selección de Familia on our shop. If you're in the Netherlands or Belgium, then have a look at it. You can buy it there. And yeah, thank you very much for watching, and see you next time.